Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Just about everyone has had beer battered fish at least once. And of course, it's very delicious. Anything deep fried with beer flavor has to be good. I've also heard of beer battered mushrooms, onion rings, and seafood. But I've never tried or even heard of beer battered chicken. Have you? Let me know in the comments if beer battered chicken is a thing, or if I've been living under a rock too long. Well, today, my life without beer battered chicken is going to change. And we're going to try HungryMan's 16-ounce beer battered chicken meal, which has golden beer battered white meat chicken strip shaped patties. Now that's a mouthful. Along with the 4 meat slurry concocted strip patties, there's mashed potatoes, mixed vegetables, and a chocolate brownie. That's not too bad. Dinner and a dessert for $3.74. Out of 34 reviews, this meal got 3.5 stars out of 5. The most helpful positive review said their favorite part was the brownie. The most helpful negative review said it was an unpleasant, pricey TV dinner. Now here's one of the longest ingredient lists I've ever seen. Fortunately, HungryMan has them broken down by ingredient, and it's very easy to tell what's in what. Starting with the cooked beer battered white meat chicken strip shaped patties, the mashed potatoes, the mixed vegetables, the chocolate brownie, and the seasoning sauce. The serving size is the whole meal, which has 750 calories, 38 grams of total fat, 8 grams of saturated fat, 6 grams of trans fat, 85 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,480 milligrams of sodium, 73 grams of carbohydrates, 5 grams of fiber, 18 grams of sugars, and 28 grams of protein. Now you, the people, can correct me if I'm wrong, which I know you will, but to the best of my knowledge, this meal has the most trans fat of any meal I've ever tried. So let's get our meals out of the box and heat it up. And that's right, I said meals. I bought 2 of these for you, the people, so we can heat one up in the microwave and one in the oven and see which method of heating works out best. The directions for both the microwave and the oven say to remove the plastic from everything except the vegetables. And this appears to be a good amount of food. So we're going to go ahead and put one in the microwave and one in the oven. After heating the first one in the microwave for 7.5 minutes, stirring the potatoes and removing the brownie at the 4.5 minute mark, our beer battered white meat strip form patty dinner is ready to enjoy. We gave the mashed potatoes and the mixed vegetables a good stir. Then we scooped up, or in this case forked up, some really thick and heavy feeling mashed potatoes. And they really don't look that bad, as long as you like wallpaper paste. So into the old face orifice they went. These mashed potatoes were indeed thick and pretty dense, and actually pretty dry, and they cried for butter and salt and pepper. But before we add salt and pepper to the potatoes, we tried the vegetables. I went in for a carrot first, and biting into it was like biting into a sugar cube. It was very sweet, fresh tasting, and delicious. The corn and green beans were equally good. And after trying those vegetables, I'd like to have one of these meals with the veggies as the entree. So then we tried to doctor up the mashed potatoes with a small pat of butter and some salt and pepper and gave it a stir. And the butter and seasoning was just what the doctor ordered to give it the creaminess and the flavor it was missing. And then of course, you have to mix a bite of potatoes and vegetables together. Unless of course you don't like to mix your foods. So far, this meal is delicious. Now we're going to try the golden beer battered white meat chicken strip form patties. What do y'all think about those nails? I expected the bottom of the chicken to be soggy due to the steam, and the batter on the bottom was indeed soggy. Now after taking a bite of this 4 meat slurry concoction, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good was the flavor. These were seasoned perfectly, with just the right amount of salt and pepper and other seasonings. The bad was a soggy batter on the bottom. And the ugly was the texture of the chicken itself. Instead of being spongy like most form meat slurry concoctions are, these form chicken strip patty thingamajigs were tough and rubbery. It literally felt like you were chewing on a thick rubber band. Now I'm going to do something else with the chicken in just a minute, but first we have to try our dessert, the chocolate brownie. And the chocolate brownie tasted good, but it was also dry and hard. It was definitely overcooked. And that's very nice of HungryMan to give you a preview of tomorrow morning. So we wanted to see what was hiding underneath the beer batter. So we removed all the beer batter, and this is what we found.
Ah! Boogeyman!
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the definition of a form meat slurry concoction. And the overall outcome was the meat was still tough and chewy, and it was flavorless. So all the flavors coming from the batter. After 40 minutes at 350 degrees, our oven version of HungryMan's beer battered chicken is ready. And right off the bat, you'll notice the potatoes formed a light crust and is slightly golden brown. So we doctored these up with a little pat of butter and some salt and pepper like we did the microwave version. And then we give it a good mix. These appear to be creamier than the microwave potatoes. I don't think the vegetables look nearly as vibrant as they did in the microwave, but one thing I do notice is that the meal that went into the microwave, the carrots were crinkle cut, and these are just the standard flat cut. I wonder if it was an accident or they do this for a reason. So we gave the mashed potatoes one more mix and then got a forkful. They definitely look a little bit better than the microwave potatoes, but the important thing is, do they taste better? Now the microwave potatoes weren't too bad after adding butter and salt and pepper. Unfortunately, I didn't try the oven mashed potatoes before I added butter, salt, and pepper. Either way, these have a lot more flavor than the microwave mashed potatoes did. Next we tried the vegetables, and although they weren't as bright and vibrant as the ones in the microwave, they tasted exactly the same. And of course I had to get the obligatory forkful of mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables, and it was also very good. Now it's time to try the golden beer battered white meat chicken strip shaped patty. Now the batter on the bottom of these looks a whole lot better than the ones cooked in the microwave, but you can still see there's a little bit of soggy crust. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. Thankfully, the first bite was pretty crunchy, and the flavor was even better than the microwave version. You can just give me a bowl full of the beer batter and I'd be happy. Now it was time to try the chocolate brownie for dessert. And again, this is much better than the one in the microwave. Somehow this is moister and lighter, and it also tastes better. So here's my final thoughts on HungryMan's beer battered chicken dinner. The oven version of this meal is much better than the microwave version. The potatoes had more flavor, they were creamier, the brownie was better, the mixed vegetables were about the same, and the batter on the chicken was much better. But the microwave version and the oven version did have one thing in common. The chicken meat itself was not very good. It was tough and chewy without a lot of flavor, which is why I'm going to give HungryMan's beer battered chicken dinner a 6 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.